Marcus Ambrose becomes the third repeat winner at the Glen in Nationwide Series competition. Kyle Busch finishes second for the third straight race, and you know that won't sit well with him. It's the 10th consecutive top two finish for the Nationwide Series points leader. Our Dave Burns caught up with Kyle after the race.
Kyle, dirty driving or just aggressive from Marcus Ambrose today?
Well, I think it was a little aggressive getting in the bus stop, but you got to do what you got to do to win. But I felt like it was a really, really late move, and if I would have went through there with him, I would have wrecked. So I had to do what I had to do to preserve my car and save myself. So we had the second best car today. I was trying to hold him off, but just didn't have enough to do it, unfortunately.
Can you talk about that moment when you saw him out of your peripheral vision going into the bus stop?
I never saw him. I heard him, and I heard him in the grass or wherever the hell he was. I don't know where he was, and I had to turn left. I couldn't keep going through the bus stop.
We head back out to Watkins Glen now and welcome in Saturday's Nationwide Series winner, Marcos Ambrose. Marcos, first off, congratulations. Let's start with the race's defining moment, the pass of Kyle Busch. How were you able to pull that off?
Well, I think Kyle actually answered it perfectly for me. I didn't quite have the top speed that he had, so I couldn't really make a traditional pass on him. I tried for about 10 laps and just couldn't get to his bumper bar, so, you know, I had to just basically make a fully committed move when he didn't expect it. If I had waited for the last 10 laps, he would have been looking for a move and would have checked it. And so I just tried to throw it in there and surprise him, and that's exactly how it worked out.
You know, we heard your radio commentary afterwards where you asked if Kyle had any reason to be upset. What were your concerns at that point?
Well, I knew that he was going to start beside me on the next restart. That's what I was really focused on. I just wanted to know if there was any baggage that had been left over from that from the incident where I passed him, and I didn't know why he didn't just blend in behind me and follow me through the bus stop. I didn't know whether I'd pushed him out or what had happened there, because it was a pretty quick decision, and it was a fully committed decision that I made. And so, you know, I didn't want to I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be any issues. And to Kyle's credit, I know what he said there after the race, but he raced me fair. He raced me hard and clean at the end of that race, and that's all we can ask for. And I think Kyle's okay with it. You know, the comments, if you really listen to them, I think he's semi-okay with it. I mean, it was a big move. It won the race. It was a defining moment in the outcome of the event, and I was going to do everything it took to try and win that race.
And there's a very good chance you'll have to race him again this afternoon in the Sprint Cup Series race. Can you attack this racetrack the same way in the Cup car as you can with the Nationwide car?
It's going to be a very different race today. We've got an extra 250 horsepower to deal with. The cars don't have as much downforce to them, so, you know, they really do get quite slippery through the turns. And I think today is going to be about tyre management. It's going to be about brake management and just keeping that car in the black stuff. You've got to be really focused on just not making mistakes, putting the fenders on the wheels. So today's race is a little bit longer, but it's not the length that worries me, it's just the way the car's going to wear out.
Before we let you go, Marcos, I just want to bring something up. I read something recently where you said you felt like this year was a make it or break it year for you. What did you mean by that?
I was either going to, be here for a while longer, with a new deal, or I was going to be packing my bags and heading back to Australia. When you get an opportunity like I've had this year with some great equipment in the Cup Series and chances to win races, you've got to make the most of them. And, I've had 3 years of learning, and this year was about applying what I've learned into results and performance on the track at the Sprint Cup level. I'm pleased to say it's going well for us. I've exceeded my own expectations so far this season, which is a good thing, and I feel really good about how our sponsors feel and about how my team feels about me being in the car, and that's a good feeling.
Well, don't pack your bags anytime soon. We don't want you to go away. We love you here. Congratulations and good luck today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, Randy, we just talked about it being a quote-unquote make it or break it season for Marcos. Do you think he's made it?
Absolutely. He's sitting 18th in points. There's 13 Sprint Cup winners behind this guy in points. Has he made it? Absolutely. He's done a great job with only one road course race this year.
What impresses you most about the way he attacks a road course?
Wow, he's just so impressive. I mean, it's such a second nature to him. He's a multi-time V8 Supercar champion in Australia. His car control is just beyond anything I've seen. He is a very talented road course driver.
And with the win, his confidence has to be sky high. What's the value of confidence at a place like Watkins Glen?
Well, anytime it's like second nature, he could shut his eyes and run a lap around this place and stay on course because that's how good he is. So confidence means everything to a race car driver. But to Marcos, man, you better look out.
Yeah, he mentioned, though, that this afternoon is going to be a completely different race. A lot of guys out there with just as much talent on a road course.